Hello again. So I thought I'd do a November garden checkup. And I know I haven't posted anything in a couple weeks. I have been camping, actually. And I'm going to be leaving again on Monday and go for another 3 or 4 days out by Rancho Seco. I just got back from Lake Comanche today. And, there's not a whole lot of plant stuff going on right now this time of year. Spider webs and stuff. But so I thought I'd just kind of go through, do a November garden checkup, and I will be doing a maintenance. And I might set up the camera and just kind of film it, but like a lot of this stuff is just, I don't know if you can see how tall that is, but it's just gotten really overgrown, which is what I wanted. And I need to trim some of it back and clean it up. But I might do that. The weather's supposed to be nice for a couple more weeks, at least. So hopefully going into December. The first 2 weeks of December, it's not showing much rain or anything. But everything here is looking good. This gasteria has got so much new growth in here. And it's losing all of its red color because I had pulled it out of the shade and put it in the sun, and it really got stressed, but now it's going green again. This little one is pretty interestingly shaped, completely flat on top. I'll have to pull the tag out. I can't really read the tag to see what that is, but this Straussii is doing really good. I chopped it all up for parts and just threw the stump back here, and it's all grown. These are some of the pieces I took off the top. It looks like that one might have died and this piece might have died, but these two are doing good. Lost some of my moonstones here. It looks like the leaves just kind of fell off, so it might have been getting too much water. Might have overwatered this one. But these superbums are doing really good. And then these little moonstones down in here are really growing. Those were some leaf cuttings or leaf pullings. Here, careful. This thing has got some sharp spines. This little lobivia. So all these little babies are doing good up here. I need to move my Medusa. This euphorbia is not frost hardy. Last year I just put it under there along with that one, and they did really well. No frost settled on them, but they stayed out here all year and they did okay. So I'll do that again. Most of the rest of the stuff will stay out. These are all pretty hardy cactus. This one has had, it's got another bud on it. It'll be interesting to see if it opens because it's been getting into the 60s and even low 70s. Get that one out of there. So that bud might actually open. That'll be fun. And these guys are all doing good. I stuck a little echeveria in there, blue elf, and I thought it died, but I guess it's hanging on. These aloes. This is my Dorothiae, and hopefully it's not getting too cold out here. I might move that one because I don't want to lose it. And we have gotten some cold temperatures and a little frost. We've been hitting 32, 31, but only for an hour or two. But look how pretty blue this one is. The two pups at the base died last year. I never did pull them out. But that little aloe's doing good back here. Little Portulacaria. It's not doing much. It's been stringy like this for years. This pot looks amazing. Everything's doing good in there. This one over here really needs to be redone. Everything's starting to get leggy. The plants look good, but yeah, I need to redo that. And then down here, my little sempervivums, they should start really taking off because they like this weather. Over here, I need to add some more gravel. You can see a lot of dirt in some places. This Perodia looks amazing. It flowered a couple of times this year. But all these guys, such pretty colors. So I think that's an aloe ferox. For the longest time, I planted this. I had it in a pot, and then I planted it in the ground last year. and it just had like leaves across, straight across, like 1, 2, 3. Now it's got side leaves coming up, so it's more like a rounder sort of typical aloe. And then with these spikes on it, I think that might be an aloe ferox. I'm not sure. It didn't have a label, or I didn't keep it. I don't remember. And what's over here behind me? This Eve's needle is just gone crazy. I'll probably regret having that one in there. Ow, I just backed into one that was kind of pokey. Oh, this little agave. This is my Desmediana. And it's got some mud or dirt down in there, but it seems to be doing good. Hanging in there. It is the time for aloes right now, and I've noticed a lot of them are starting to bloom. My fig, it's starting to look like its own plant. I don't know why I started that. I don't even like figs. But I need to get in here and straighten up all my gravel. This little crest here, looks like I got some mealybugs down in there again. I've treated that one before, but they love these plants for some reason. And these, all of my Trichocereus that I bought last summer are doing really good. And they should be able to just stay out here all winter, hopefully. Then this Dickia looks really good. Might want to plant that one in the ground. I haven't decided. Another different kind of a Perodia. That thing's just crazy. And these cactus, which I had a main plant, it blooms as beautiful, huge pink blooms. And it pups all over, clumps all over itself to where you can't even see the main plant. I pulled it all apart, and I've noticed these pups are getting their own little clumpy pups on them, so it's happy in there. And my blue glow is glowing. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I love that. When the sun hits it just right, it really does glow. So over here, this Opuntia, the leaves were really, really purple. Let's see if they're purple on the backside. They're kind of losing their purple again. I don't know why. As they mature, they go more green, but when they first come out, they're really purple, and when it's cold. But it's so pretty. Look at that. I love that. Just don't touch it. So my aloe Cameronii, my favorite aloe, is got some blooms coming out. Pretty exciting. I've never had one of these bloom yet. My tiger jaws have been blooming like crazy. And it looks like, sorry, the sun is really bright right here. They always look like dandelions to me. Little mammillaria is doing good. That mammillaria is doing good. Here's the pup that I pulled off of this Perii. I actually pulled 2 pups off of it. This little one still sticking out of the ground here. I'll let it get bigger before I pull it off of there though. And then I love this. I don't remember what it is, but look at it's got these fish hook, I don't know if you can see it, fish hook thorns on there, or spines. There's a way to see it. And look how long they are. It's amazing. And I see one there. That one looks like it's dead. I'll have to pull that out. So all of this, I'll need to prune all back. You can't even see my rocks under there. And some more of this tree stone crop poking up. All of this, whatever this is, I need to prune some of that back. I'll do all that on a maintenance. All this stuff is filling in good. The aeoniums are starting to wake up. Opening up for the winter. Fall and winter is their season. My ghosties are going crazy. Look at these guys down in here. All those new ones down here, but they're just massive. And these Fred Ives look so good. I forget what this is. It died off last year in the winter, so I'll probably throw some frost cloth on it, but it's doing good. All this little stuff is filled in. These were 2 small agavoides, Echeveria agavoides, and 2 small Echeveria neon breakers that I planted under here. These things have just taken off. And then this Aloe Starry Night was one little plant. I pulled its pups off, planted them separate, and it's really going crazy. Everything looks good here. This is crazy how this one offshoot kind of died. It's still green, so it's still alive, and then it got these crazy spines that these ones don't have. Interesting. And then my totem cactus, I will remember to cover that this year so it doesn't get so much rain. Another Trichocereus. It's got 2 big strong pups, and it did give me 1 flower this year, so that was fun. Some euphorbias back in here. And then these guys, it's getting a little yellow. I think I need some fertilizer in there. All these little ones down in here. Everybody's happy. Everybody's doing good. And then another Aeonium over here that is just really kind of taking over everything. Need to trim it back, but it's doing good. I see we got some, might be mealybug in there. It's a little white. But look at this. What is it? Pulvinata. It's an Echeveria. It's not Harmsii though, but it's real similar. But look at, it's going crazy flowering. These flowers are so heavy, they just fall over on the plants underneath them. This whole branch is flower, but it's velvety and it gets really red. It's so pretty. And let's see, I got a big clump here of, this started with a little piece of this, what you call it, Portulacaria afra variegata, or elephant bush. And I had to keep sticking little pieces in to make it look fuller because it just looks so scraggly. Well, it finally took hold, and now I need to prune it back a little bit. All this stuff, I love this area. This filled in so nice. These were all little scraggly pieces. Still, they see there's little kiwis kind of struggling down here. But these my friend gave me, they were all infested with mealybugs, and they just look amazing now. Over here, another little Cameronii cutting. And that Millii, which is blooming. Let's not walk into a cactus, you can see. How pretty is that? This pot needs to be redone. The Aluaudia, I have finally decided is dead. Didn't make it last year. So I'm going to redo that pot eventually. What do I got down in there? Some blue elf, some aloe distans, and then my little lavender lady. Mangave lavender lady, looking good. So these guys, I still have not potted up. I'll probably do them in the spring. I'll just leave them in these pots over the winter. But they're doing amazing. My blue barrel is happy. Mexican fence post, happy. This pot, this is one of my favorites. This is just looks so good. Hopefully it'll hold out, you know, over the winter, because this euphorbia, this trigona, is not frost hardy. This stuff will make it through the winter. This is the Petalanthus macrocarpus. This is the medium size, and it should be pretty hardy. And then down in here, I got some Pearl von Nurembergs down in there, some Echeverias. I've got the Mangave Navajo Princess. And then this stuff, I don't know what it is, but it's a succulent friendly. And I started it with a little tiny piece that was like, I mean, just a scraggly one little tiny stem like that with a flower on it. And it has just filled in, so I need to trim it back. My monkey tail cactus is doing good. Seems happy back here. This stuff, I need to pull all this and plant it somewhere else. It's just, I never remember to water it down in there. So this stuff should be growing everywhere right now, but it's not. But I'll fix it. My little cactus in here, all my babies, those are doing good. They did get pelted with rain. We got one rainstorm, and see all the gravel just fell over the side because, hold on, I got a crack there. So over the winter, I'll put an umbrella over this and it'll keep that water off. But we did drill drain holes in it this year, which it didn't have last year. So if it does get water, at least it will drain out. And then on my table, I've just got a lot of my, real special, hard to find, some really cool stuff down in here. And they are all doing really good. A lot of echeverias. And then a lot of cuttings, like this rubra these jelly beans. Those are just cuttings. These donkey tail cuttings. This little guy's finally coming back. I don't think that one's coming back. And then look at this. Somebody gave me a couple pieces of this stuff. I don't know what it is. It looks like it might be in the jade family, but it's a trailing, viney kind of thing. And it's just, there's a ton of it. I should just pull it out and find another place to put it. These painted echeverias are doing really good. My Japanese maple is, all the leaves are gone, which it's supposed to. I looked it up and it says that they do lose them because I was worried. I don't want my tree to die, but it should be hardy in our temperatures as long as it's protected from the hot sun. Oh, here's something that's funny. Check that out. Oh, my fuchsia, still blooming. Poor little thing. It was like 3 times that full, and then I would forget to water it in the summer, but I've been really diligent, and I trimmed off all the dead stuff, and so we'll see what it does over the winter. But back here, little pencil cactus doing really good. This is another pot. I absolutely love this one. These Fred Ives just look amazing. Got some aloe distans down in here. And the Sansevieria is just, these are all popping up. These are all new shoots. They're just, I'm going to have to pull all this stuff out. Look, there's one there next to my little sunburst. But they're just drowning everything that's in there. This pot looks great. I've got the Echeveria elegans, Mexican snowball. Those are all spreading out, doing their thing. A couple Pringly eyes, more aloe distans. And then these, these are in the bromeliad family. I get a little closer. I thought I killed them, but these are doing really good. They're all red again. They need to be watered. All these little aloe hybrids, these little bitty ones, are all doing good. That thing just flowered. This poor fern, I just need to get rid of it. Ferns just aren't my thing. And then these guys, these are doing really good. I got some Euphorbia snowball, snowflake. I'll probably need to move these. And then this one, ooh, I love that one. And then this little agave. So my pots are doing good. And as you can see, my blue elf is blue elfing. And all the aloes are really just taking off. Here's another one over here, and it's starting to send up a flower right there. It is the time for aloes. This one's still doing really good. Nothing's been watered in a couple of weeks. I watered a couple things right before I left. But, things aren't drying out so fast. I really need to redo these pots. But check out the Athona capensis. Look at all the flowers on these. They're happy. This one's struggling a little bit, but this one is amazing. Ruby necklace, it's called. This little pot looks good. Still never did put any top dressing in there. I just left the dirt. My coin plant hasn't really done much, but it looks a little pale. I think I need to fertilize it. And then check out this giant acorn I found in here. I don't even have an oak tree. I'm assuming a bird must have dropped that. But these flowered again. These aren't ready to come off. Pretty yellow flowers. This little wooden box that I threw a bunch of cuttings and some tiny little cactus that I got in clumps is doing really good. I need to pull all this stuff out and replant somewhere. My booby cactus is looking a little bit not liking. It's been kind of cold, but it's supposed to be hardy in this cold. I got another one back there. I put it on this side, so these get some morning sun now. I'll probably need to move that euphorbia in. Got another little gasteria. And then my Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, whichever one this is doing good, but I think I need to fertilize it. I have a couple, we'll go look at them in a minute, and that they're starting to flower. So that's cool. My pink witch looks good. Aeonium pink witch. I got a Mexican fence post crest. Another little aloe hybrid. So all this stuff is doing good. Hopefully, I forgot to have Dave water this on one of my other trips. So I'm hoping this is still alive. It is a Chinese lantern tree. It was just one that popped up. And, oh, it looks like this aloe, or this is aloe, or actually I think this is a Haworthia. Looks like it flowered. I missed it though. She had a big mature tree, a friend, and she was pulling all these little suckers that were popping up and rooting them, and it was looking amazing before I got it, and you know, so I can probably get another cutting if I want. Took everything out of here pretty much. Doesn't get any sun against this wall in the morning, but this Stapelia over here is doing really good. The green is going back green. It's losing all its red from the stress of my neglect while it was out in the greenhouse. This little pot looks good. Probably needs to be trimmed up and redone. I love this. Look at the color on that. So these were leaf pullings in here. And what is that? What is it? Is that a weed that's about to flower, or is that a plant? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to watch that. What does that look like? Interesting. This one's pretty much dormant. I cut it back all the way to the ground, and it'll grow back next year. The little cactuses in here are doing good. And then here, I might move this over into the sun. This is my little Yucca rostrata. I need to cut these dead leaves off of here. Got an Echeveria here. I can cut those blooms off. It's starting to look a little rough. My flowers. So I just, ooh. What is that under there? Is that a weed, or is that a rose from that rose I used to have here in a pot, or is that just a weed? Those look like rose leaves, don't they? I need to get down in there. It's not easy to get down in there. I'll have to get that pulled out of there. So I cut this citronella way back, and it's really filling back in. But these are my flowers here that I'm having issues with, like little cutworms or something, and they seem to like these ornamental kale. But the flowers are blooming. They're pretty. My purple shamrocks, which have moved out down into here too, and are absolutely massive, are doing really good. This little sea dragon looks good. It's about half the size of the one I planted in the ground, same plant. And my rum runner looks good. I need to get some frost cloth on this because the one I had here last year did not do well over the winter, and we're going to start getting some colder temperatures. This Echeveria Sahara is doing really good. I need to cut these blooms off so it doesn't, it's going to need its energy for the plant itself and not the flowers. Still haven't done anything with these pots. Probably be doing it in the spring now. But what's funny is I had this string of it's a string of something. It's starting to bloom. But it got so long, it actually rooted itself into the ground. So this is getting nutrients from the ground where the top is getting neglected. So, but I think that's kind of cool. My superbums here look really good. Another Euphorbia trigona rubra. I'll need to move that because that won't survive out here. And I got my rainbow hedgehog cactus. They look really good. A bunch of stacking crassulas, and they're all blooming. Some have bloomed already, some are starting to bloom. And then this is is this the coral aloe? I think, or is the one out back the coral? One of them's a coral aloe, and the other one's an aloe, I forget. This poor Millii is not liking the cold, and I didn't get it covered before I left. A pretty Opuntia is doing really good. That will be super hardy over the winter. And I have a few plants on here. I'll probably move them because we'll get some pretty strong winds through here, and I don't want them blowing off of there. My pig pot which I redid not too long ago, is doing okay. It's got some new growth down in there. These aren't doing a whole lot, but they're alive. They look good. That little bitty Opuntia, doing really good. It flowered, has some cactus apples. Look at the sticks on fire. Doesn't look the same on the camera as it does when I'm looking at it, but it is absolutely beautiful right now. It did die off last year, so I will cover this pot. And then my copper spoons died off too, came back, so I need to cover that whole thing. And look at this. I noticed this weed once before. It's really pretty. Kind of looks like an animal, but it's all the way back. It's huge. I need to get back there and pull it. My Pringlei looks good. I need to water these aeoniums in these pots or get them into the ground because they look horrible. My Lucier, Kalanchoe Lucier looks really good. I'll need to cover that again. I think that, I think it's toast. The heat killed it, I think. I'll have to pull it out and see if there's any life left in it. I forget what it was. It was it an agave something? I think it was. And my, oh, look what I got. Look what I got. A little ladybug. Come here. Okay, let's put you down here in the sedum. There you go. Oh, my grandmother used to say if a ladybug landed on you, it was good luck. There we go. Stick you in there. My Hesperaloe is doing really good. Feels like it needs some water. Okay, another Aloe Cameronii. And a dog. I took that one camping with me. He had fun. Oh yeah, look at this. It's starting to bloom too. Sending up a flower here. You don't see them, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. But I only see one. So, but it's blooming, so that's good. Oh, down in the middle. There's one coming up down there. I don't see any more over here, but that makes me happy because then I know it's healthy. All these guys are doing good. Now look at this. Another Portulacaria. This is a different one. This is not the Variegata. I think this is the Minima, but it grows. Look at that branch. I need to just chop that off and then trim up some of the ends because there are a couple plants under here. There is an aloe. Don't mind my socks. An aloe distans. Where are you? Right here. Right there. You can't even see. And then there's a little millii. Right in there. You can see the flowers. These guys are doing good. And this is the other sea dragon. It is twice the size of the one in the pot. So these blue elf, aloe blue elf. Look at all the blooms coming up on these guys. This thing is going to go off. I think there's going to be a ton of flowers on that. But look at the size of that from over here. This hole. It's just spreading out on the ground. This was a cutting I took, and I love it because it's nice and red. That's what happens with the Aloe Cameronii right there. When you cut them and stress them, they turn red. They're amazing. All these aeoniums back here look like they're doing okay. These little ones I had on the table, I guess I could put them back. I took them off the table while I was gone in case there was wind. I wouldn't be here to run out and set them down on the ground. And I don't want anybody else touching, especially that cholla. Buttercup, kitty. I haven't seen my cat in 4 or 5 days. This one's doing really good. Hi, kitty cat. Got a weed or two here. So this millii, which looked amazing when I left, is getting cold over here. And you can see it is not happy about that. So I will throw some frost cloth over that. Over here, the Dickias look good. This Mangave Tooth Fairy looks amazing. It was more gray over the summer and it's really green now. My barrel cactus looks good. Another little Dickia. Oh, look at that rose. I need to get under there and take that off. Take it out. I cut it all down and it's growing back underneath here. So I need to get after that. That little Trichocereus is doing good. This funny little fuzzy Opuntia what's it called? Snow fuzzy. And it looks like snow fuzzy, but don't touch it. So there's another little aloe starry night in there. That was one of the pups I took off my big one. My sago palms look good. Everything in my wagon looks really good. I'm gonna step on a sharp rock out here. This cholla, the staghorn needs some water. We had one rainstorm a while back. Overnight. We didn't get, I think we got about 1/8 of an inch or 1/2 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch, I guess. These echeverias they are just stunning. I do need to take all these blooms off so that they're not supporting those. Sago palm, and then I think this is Oreo cereus. I forget exactly what it is, but Old Man of the Andes cactus. They get all fuzzy. I love it. Another staghorn cutting I took off my plant in the back. Over here, this looks really good. This was a yucca, chunk of a yucca cutting a friend of Dave's gave him. And then I threw some portulacaria in there with it. I haven't watered this at all, but I probably need to. Because in the summertime, I thought the sprinklers from the lawn might hit it, but I've had the sprinklers off for, I don't know, over a month. And so nothing's gotten watered. I gotta be careful walking past this thing. But I wanna go this way, and I don't wanna step on a rock or a pokey cactus. Okay, so here I have another perii. It's got 1, 2, 3 pups that I'll leave for now until they get bigger. This little barrel cactus, it looks good. It does have some yellowing on the edge. I think that was a little sunburn from the summer. And then this Echeveria Sahara has lots of little pups under it. More agavoides. Yeah, here's that rose. See, I need to get under here and get rid of that. I did everything I could. And, you know, people that can't grow roses are really not trying, because you can't kill them. Look how red this Aloe Cameronii is. I'm going to come around. First, here's this agavoides. This looks amazing. I don't want to step on the rose thorn. I get a shadow on it. Maybe you can see it a little better, but green and red, it's so pretty. I don't see any blooms on this, but this was a cutting from last year. And then this is a Mangave Sea Dragon. It's doing really good. But look at all of the new growth, all the little pups that are coming in. So this is a bush aloe, and it will take over. But it's, you know, they're so soft, it's easy to cut the new growth off of them and just replant them. So here's another Mangave. I think this is my Pineapple Express. It's doing really good. Copper spoons, look at that. Does not like the cold. I need to cover that. I don't know what I was thinking planting it out here, but Trichocereus viridis, doing good. My Echinopsis. This gave me a lot of flowers this year, and it has a ton of pups. And there's a little Pipsqueaky. Pipsqueaky, hi baby. This sago palm is the smallest one, and I thought it was going to put out some new leaves. It looked like it was getting ready. See, it still looks like it's getting ready to send out some new leaves right down there in the center. Okay, so it's okay. It's just taking its time. My Nepalese is doing good. I won't really water any of this stuff anymore this year. I don't think. I do have some weeds. Look at that. That I need to get after. I'll do that when I do my little maintenance. So let's come back over here. And I think that was pretty much everything. Not a whole lot to do out here this time of year, other than cleaning some stuff up, straightening my ribbons. But I do need to trim back some of the overgrown plants. Agave Americana, such a beautiful plant. I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna put that one, because it's gonna grow. And then this seems to be really happy right now. I watered it good before I left, and I noticed it has a lot of new growth of flowers, really pretty flowers. That's gonna go off. And I need to start pruning these down little by little so that I can have an easier time in the winter. So here, my begonias, you know, they are not winter hardy. These red things, whatever these are, these were given to me. I didn't buy those. The guy was trying to get rid of them at the nursery because they had so many and they were in these tiny little 4-inch pots and they were just absolutely huge. So he was just giving them away. But they were so cool. They did really well under the shade of this little palm tree, which I did not plant there. That was a volunteer, and it's grown so fast. Yeah, so I think that's about everything on this side. Oh, you know what there is? Here's what I've been doing. Some of my more sensitive plants that I know aren't going to survive the cold, I just have them on my cart. And what I do, there's my purse, is I just roll them back and forth into the garage. I'll pull them in the shade so you can see them. So I've got this Pachypodium here. It's doing really good. It's lost a few leaves because a couple of nights it got left out. This Aluaudia, I can see it's dropping its leaves up here, but it will survive because it'll be in the garage at night. This was a little pot that I made, just some random stuff, but I'm bringing it in because of this Euphorbia. And then I have this totem cactus. This is the ones with no thorns. And I just am bringing it in. I don't think I need to, but I brought my whale in with the copper spoons because this died last year and I want to make sure it survives. This, I see some damage right here, that dark spot. That's from the cold because it was out a couple of nights. It didn't get brought in. This has also got some damage here. This is, what do they call this? Rickrack cactus. It does not like the cold. This little Christmas cactus, check it out. It's got a bloom and a tiny little bud for another bloom. This was a cutting that was given to me. So that stuff all just comes in and out every night. And then these are a variegated milii, which died off completely last year. So hopefully those ones will survive. And then over here where my dragon fruit is, it looks like I need to spray again. It's getting that disease. This is a new leaf. So that didn't get sprayed when I first treated them. Look at this. I need to get after that right now. But they're all doing really good. My donkey tail. These are kind of getting a little stressed looking from the cold. I don't remember what this plant is. But these look all really good over here. And I'll probably start bringing these dragon fruit in at night. Right now it's saying it's going to stay above 40s. So I don't know. As long as if it's in the mid 40s, I don't think I need to bring them in. And then this was a whole pot of cuttings of these epiphyllum. I don't know what. They were all different colors. There's like 3 different colored flowers, but a ton of new growth. So they're all doing really good. So I'm very happy about that. And I noticed on this side, if I come around here, they're putting off some air roots. So even these dry, scraggly ones, I know are still alive because I can see they're putting off roots and new little growth points. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy. This is going to be an amazing plant, and I'll be able to pull it apart if I want and repot some of it once it grows. So that's what I got over here. And then I got a big mess right here. Don't look. Cardboard boxes that need to go to the recycle. Bunch of stuff parked out over here. So here's my other little plants over in here. Okay, these are doing really good up here. I should probably nip some of those off and stick them out in my rain gutters. These are all just cuttings and leaf pullings. So I cut the top of this off and it grew 2 new heads really fast, really, really quickly. The stuff's all growing in there. A lot of leaf pullings. Yeah. They're all getting little plantlets. That's what that is. And then over here, under my saddle rack that's supposed to be in the horse trailer. So I had these, I took some cuttings off the citronella. They're still green. They don't smell very citrusy anymore. Oh yeah, they do. But I don't think they're going to make it. I just threw them in water. I was hoping they would root, but they have not gotten any. I don't think any of them have rooted. I don't know why they're still alive. I guess I can just toss those and maybe try again in the spring. But I cut so much off of that plant. Oh, look at this. All those Eve's needles and some cholla. I need to just give those away. I don't have any place to put them. But I should just try again in the spring if I want more citronella. I don't need more. Look at this. Aeonium sunburst. This is their season. They're all starting to come back. These were really damaged out in my greenhouse from mealybugs and sunburn. But a lot of new growth coming in. I think they're gonna survive. I think. So yeah, I think that's about it. Primey. I'm going to throw your chair away, buddy. We're going to get rid of this chair. He's not going to be happy. But everything's doing good. We're kind of doing a little bit of a late fall, almost winter cleanup in the garage. So there's just stuff everywhere. But my garden's looking good. So when I do a little maintenance out here, maybe I'll just set the camera up and you can watch me chop up some of this stuff, thin it out, clean it up, maybe reset some plants. This little area here has just really struggled since I put it in. Nothing's ever really taken a hold. So I think I need to replant with stuff more like add more of these ghosties and maybe some more Fred Ives. The agavoides do really good here. And then whatever those two are. I'm thinking imbricata, but the color, they're more of a silvery gray. I don't know. I think those might be imbricata. I've had those before, Echeverias, and they were green, really green with pink tinted edges. Let me go over here and look closer. So there was the blue atoll and the imbricata, which were similar. These are blue atoll. They get flatter. They have a longer, skinnier leaf. There's another one over here. And then the imbricata was more of a flat, but see, that's purplish. It's kind of a purplish. Let me point that one and that one. They're sort of a purplish color. So I don't know what those are. Maybe a hybrid. I'm not sure. But I like them. They're so pretty. Yeah, everything back here everything's doing good. So I need to add some more gravel. You know, wherever dirt's showing. So pretty. Pick out some of those dead underleaves. You know, maybe add a few more plants here and there. And then get some frost cloth. So here's another blue elf. And it has got a bloom coming out right down there. Yay. It's just tells me it's happy. Happy. And here, I gotta watch this. I see ants down in there, which means there's probably mealybugs, so I better spray this. And I think I'll just go ahead and cut these blooms off. Maybe I'll leave them a little longer. But yeah, that's about it. I'll cover up those millie eyes too so they don't die in the cold. And see if I can't keep a few more plants alive this year than I did last year. Now that I know what's going to survive and what's not, it should be a little easier. So, okay, well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And have a good rest of the week.